sehe das ohne Brille überhaupt. Du hast auch keine. Doch, du hast ja eine OP gehabt. Du brauchst ja keine Brille.
Punkt gemacht.
Aber sowas von.
Do you remember? This is one of Endosense's classics to prepare some of the basic understanding for our body. And you can connect or, how do you say, remember what we also set up. So knees, center, and shoulders, as we described. The knees are flexible, or the angles, the knee and the hip joints are free and easy to move. Centers expand, and your shoulder inclusive arm is without any tension. You take down this point. So if I would put pressure in my shoulder and my arm, actually I lock also myself, but also Björn, instead of taking it down. Okay, try a little bit. Okay. Alphonse. Yes, miss. Maybe you need to come around here. So, how can I explain that? It's so difficult. It's been a while since we took this up in the training. Now, of course, your idea is to keep my arm like up and stand underneath it. So, if I would like to push you down, I actually make you very stable, and I push exactly into the direction of your leg and structure. Now, there is not the elbow to take down. It's the hand to take down. So we talk about to expand the arm, but not against the hold by force, but even though he holds me without force. Okay, it's like a vertical apply of the idea of the key arm practice of Tohei Sensei, or in the sensei. You remember that if you are opening your arm, it's very difficult for the partner to bend. And sometimes we do this kind of practice. So you take my arm like this, but put it on your shoulder, and now it's fully bent, right? So if you really hold it there, and I try to break your hold, it's actually incredibly difficult. But again, if I expand, it's different. So that is the same understanding towards the horizontal direction. Here, it is this direction. And all the body needs to be, let's say, in tune. So if I try to do something somewhere to, let's say, change this conflict, it's not the same idea. As well as it would be not the right idea just to block whatever I do from your side. You just support it and you hold the support. Well, okay. Now, I make, as I said before, my leg work flexible, all direction movable, expand the center, and now the shoulders are completely soft. So at any point, they are soft, even by taking down the arm. If I would lock my shoulder, nothing would happen. If I loosen the shoulder, lock, I can take down. So I recommend you do this slowly. It's not about the proof I can take down my arm and go quick or be strong enough. This is not about that at all. But how to feel and how to make movement possible without going against this kind of support or hold. And how to keep this point open and flexible all the time. How to keep center activated, expand, leg work free, and expand down. Probably it helps just to exchange this experience a few times. So now we do like this. You give uke 2 times and try 1 time left, 1 time right, tori work. And then you change your partner. So you want to practice with everyone to have as many different kinds of experiences as possible. Okay? Dozo. Okay. Okay, don't forget this kind of feeling. You just have to sit a little bit. Now, Morotidori. Okay, of course, it's the same idea. Taking down the arm, even though the partner has two hands to support. But not only this way to take down, it's possible, you also could take space, take distance. Or the opposite way. Turn around and expand. Or turn your shoulder and expand. So now it's not about throwing, but there's 4 different kind of opportunities. One. 2. 3. And 4. Open. Okay? Morotidori. Kokyu. Erstmal ein bisschen warten. Ja, mach das gut. Okay. So this kind of practices are a collection of, let's say, preparation, prelude to the form, more form-based practices. Just to recognize that even if the partner is very strong, supporting from below and holds your arm up, you have different options or solutions to get it back down or into your, let's say, leadership, and then influence kuzushi to the partner, because that's the outcome by taking this arm down. So the partner has this kind of experience. All right, Marianne, onegaishimasu. Let's go into the kata practice and use this feeling how to expand your arm downwards or forward and upward by your whole body. So I'm not showing that I'm lifting my arm, because this gives you the freedom to immediately hold or change your idea. But I'm expanding all the time as we have practiced before. Okay, we start with ikkyo. どうぞ。朦朧と通りikkyo. Okay. I have to intervene here for a brief moment because I want you to ask what you like to study. Softness or power? And soft power would be good, wouldn't it? No, I'm saying that because I see that's so normal that it happens that so easily that you find to some routines what you used to do over the years of practice. It was used to be like so and so. Now I'm talking about uke mainly, and not recognizing how it is. So I recommended, on the weekend I was on the seminar in Budapest. That was wonderful, and we were also discussing the idea of using the arms like the birds do, with the shoulders included, inclusive collarbone and shoulder blade and everything like freely, so they can move. And then was the question again, and I think I said the same last week or the week before or some last year. Is there a difference between tori and uke in this case? No, because it would be a waste. So if your behavior as a uke is a different than if you are tori, for instance, according to the shoulder axis and the joints and how you use your power or muscles there, what kind of learning effect would we create if we, at one of the roles, try to stay soft, and on the other side, lock it and try to be strong? So if you be 50-50 times uke and tori, what's the outcome? Do you learn soft shoulder activity or strong? Or how effective it is to do the contradiction by changing uke and tori all the time? I believe it's probably not building more understanding for softness, but probably we keep the level. Maybe we get a little bit more clear about how to be very strong or how to be a little bit soft, but not clearly understand. So when was it when we were practicing the, was it last week at some point where we said, like, if we are grasping as uke, we should use the same set of technology or skills or understanding as if we are tori and receiving this grasp? It was Thursday. It was not in YouTube. Okay, very good, because it's a esoteric advice, secret. Marianne, kommst du noch? So, here. When I was, on Thursday, I was showing, when I take, for instance, this connection, actually it was only katate dori, right? And I do this kind of influence. You feel?
I feel.
I only need one hand, but can you see how much pressure I put into my palm or fingers? Almost nothing. And what is it, what's going on here now? Of course, it was not my shoulder. It's not here, and she feels that. Now you could argue, it's Marianne. She's a little bit smaller than me and not so heavy, maybe not so much muscles, and that's why it's working. Thank you. Henrik, you come here. Have you been around on Thursday?
No.
Yes, so now it's gonna be really critical. If it doesn't work, I will fool myself and it will be so embarrassing. So one more time. If I try to make this, why is this working to your balance? And what do you feel is working? Obviously, it's not my arms. Now, we take two hands. It's even better. If I try to do this, or if I try to do that. And can you see how open my hands are, even though I make this kind of kuzushi influence? Now, I try to show it opposite. Hang on. So here's everything loose. Now something happens, but still everything is loose. If I let go my center, or my leg work, you're free to move. But if I keep all the technology or describe techniques as a tori, as a uke, this happens. Now, I recommend to all of you not to change if you're okay. For instance, in this technique, ikkyo, you do ikkyo. If I use this and this and this, I cannot affect anything to him, but I only be, let's say, strong and a little bit stiff. How about this kind of action? How would you feel now? Yeah, it's better, a better feeling. And I would also say it's healthy, more healthy, because you don't develop a split personality by Aikido practice. I'm joking, of course, sorry. Please make your mind. What do you want to study? Okay? Go again. Okay. So, try Nikyo. Okay. I think we have to check that again. Yeah, so what's the structural pattern of Morote Dori Nikyo? Okay, easy. It's like in Katate Dori. You remember how we change to come to the Nikyo position. Sorry for the YouTubers, this is not Honbodozo kata, but it's Endo Sensei's katas, what we practice. You remember? So it's I just show Katate Dori first. This was for Omote and for Ura. Okay? And also for Ryote Dori we use the same pattern. Omote and Ura. Okay? So why to change for Morote Dori? Because yes, true, Morote Dori Ikkyo, we, let's say, develop like Aihanmi Katate Dori, because this is easy to find. But Nikyo, we apply like in Katate Dori or Ryote Dori. So there's a beginning of Morote Dori, where we change position to bring this hand, and then change to Nikyo. And for the Ura, same pattern like in the other two described forms. Okay? Go again. Omote. Und auch einfach. Ura. Auf dieser Seite. komm nach vorne. Wenn ich komme nach vorne, dann um die freie Hand in die richtige Stellung zu bringen. Das ist dieser Wechsel.
Nicht greifen.
Ja, das ist erst der Wechsel. Und jetzt kommt der Schritt zurück bei Omote, wo wir in diese Position kommen. Mal.
Greifen und Schritt zurück.
Mhm. Okay. Dozo kokyo ho. はい、終わります。ありがとうございました。Nächste Woche kommt Louis. Erinnert ihr euch? Nächste Woche das Wochenende. Hurra. Und es kommen bestimmt einige von außen.